as I told you, King Bhumibol was born in the United States. All right. 1 year later, His Majesty King Bhumibol came to Thailand. After Prince Mahidol obtained a certificate in the public health program at Harvard University, which means his dad studied at Harvard University, the King Bhumibol himself briefly attended a school in Bangkok, very shortly, but then later in 1933, his mother took the family to Switzerland, where he continued his education, in the school in Switzerland, and then at university level, he attended University of Lausanne, Switzerland, to study science. He liked science, right? However, the death of his elder brother, King Ananta Mahidol, in Bangkok on the 9th of June 1946 changed the course of his life forever. The law of succession bestowed on him as the crown of Thailand after his brother passed away, right? So His Majesty decided to go back to Thailand, and for a couple of years, and then decided to go back to Switzerland again for another period of study. But this time his subject changed, from science, the subject that he loves so much, and he then studied political science and law in order to equip himself with proper knowledge for government. And in 1950, His Majesty returned to Thailand after graduation. So he returned to Thailand for a coronation ceremony, which took place on the 5th of May 1950. Right. You can pause the video if the students needs time to write something down. Okay, the next slide. This is the picture of King Bhumibol when he was crowned, right? He was crowned King of Thailand on the 5th of May 1950 at the Royal Palace in Bangkok, where he pledged that he would reign with righteousness for the benefit and happiness of the Siamese people. So the date of his coronation is celebrated on the 5th of May in Thailand, which is known as Coronation Day, which is a public holiday for us. On the 9th of June 2006, His Majesty celebrated his 60th anniversary as the King of Thailand, becoming the longest reigning monarch in Thai history and, of course, in the world as well. And from the day His Majesty the King ascended the throne as King Rama IX on the 9th of June 1946 until the present day, we have not been able to find words that can describe his immense kindness and compassion toward his Thai subjects. Right. Next slide, please. The main concern of His Majesty is to improve the general well-being of the people. And we can see in a lot of evidences, from his efforts is continuing efforts to visit his people in rural areas. The aim of His Majesty visits is to learn at first hand about the needs of the people. And to gain this information, he has to travel many thousands of kilometers throughout the kingdom, and whenever possible, he would suggest what to do to improve the difficulties. These visits have led to the establishment of over 4,000 royal and royally initiated projects located in every province of Thailand. And these projects are implemented by the relevant agencies of the government after having been given advice and assistance by His Majesty. Right? Have a look at this picture, and you see the very first picture shows that His Majesty is, sitting on the bridge, the wooden bridge, with others and talking about the planning of the area. In his hands is the map. He always carry a map with him. He once said that he likes to see the map because that's how he can see all the people of Thailand. The second photo shows that he visits his people, and this is the common thing that Thai people do, is to sit down on the floor and wipe him. That's how we pay respect to him. And then he would come and talk to the people, and once the people heard that the king is coming to the area, they would gather, lots and lots of them. They would gather at the place and waiting for a glimpse of His Majesty the King. Sometimes when he drives past, you just want to be there, just to observe, just to catch a glimpse of him, and that's just fulfill your day. It's true, right? And the third one, the third picture is the picture of the king holding a map again. You see this, talking to our local people, and the lady in red is his daughter, the princess. Right? She always beside him, go wherever he goes. She goes wherever he goes and helped him. And now she continues the project that he has been doing before. Okay, let's have a look at the next one. I'm going to talk about the royal projects. All right, His Majesty the King is an expert in water management. So therefore, about 40% of the royal projects concern development of water resource. The examples of the royal projects include the reservoir for irrigation purpose, because Thailand is agricultural community, so we need water during the dry season, and that's how he helped the people. Another one, royal artificial rain. This the project would take place in dry season when there's not enough water for crops, right? Some kind of chemical will be released from the sky, from the plane in the sky, and that's going to produce rain during the dry season for the farmers. Okay. And the third one that we have talked about a lot with the flood situation in Thailand, it's called gambling project, or the literally translated into English as the monkey's cheeks reservoir project, because when he was young, he observed how the monkey was chewing the food in its mouth, and it's got like the big bubble around its mouth. So he thought that, oh, that's gonna be that's a good idea for creating a royal project, where the water is preserved in natural lakes throughout the countries. We draw the water into that lakes, and that's going to relieve the flood situation, right? The other kinds of royal projects involve agriculture, environment, occupational promotion, public health care, transportation, communications, and also public welfare, right? Okay, Let's have a look at the next slide. I have um, the video clip again for you to have to show you, because in the video it contains a video of His Majesty the King when he's working. All right, I would like to show you that part. And this video is the kind of music video that one of the singer, the famous singer of Thailand, sing the song to revere him, pay respect to him. Okay, and the important part of that of the song was his name, because we never remember the full name of His Majesty the King. All we know is, all the people know is King Bhumibol Adulyadej, and that's it. But he has longer name, and the full name of the king is quite long. That's why the singer composed the song, included his name in the song for people to listen, and the people would be able to remember the full name of the king. So, and in the study guide, there's the Thai full name of the king and the English name as well. So it's like karaoke language. So you can also look at the study guide and also trying to sing along, and I think you'll be able to remember full name of the King of Thailand. Okay. Well, let's go to the link, or the second link on my page. All right, it's written in Thai.